Yes guys, this is Niddy Last and welcome. In this video what we're going to be doing is another 6 attachment class setup, and this time guys we are going to be focusing on the XR-2. Now for me personally, since this weapon has been buffed in quite a few patches, it now really does stand out. It's quite easily up there with the M8. A lot of people tend to be preferring the XR2 over the M8, but with 6 attachments on it, with running with no perks whatsoever, it does shine. It is more suited maybe towards these larger style maps, trying to keep people on to these longer style ranges, but it does work exceptionally well. You can come a little bit unstuck, I've found, especially when you're playing on things like Breach and maybe some of the smaller maps, if you're coming up against things like the VMP, but as long as you're playing quite conservative and keeping people in your sights at all times, this weapon can absolutely dominate with all these particular attachments on it. So let's first of all have a look at all the attachments I'm actually running. As you can see, I've got the ELO sight on. This for me personally is my most favourite ones out of all the optics. I know some people tend to choose a couple of the other ones, but this one is a nice beautiful clear sight, so this is the best one for me personally to be going with. Then we're going to be going with quick draw. Now as we have no perks, we're not going to be having a fast hand, so we do need to try and get this weapon up as quickly as we possibly can, because as we know with Black Ops 3, people can come onto you very fast, and then we definitely want to have some sort of advantage just trying to just get this weapon up, especially seeing as it is a burst weapon. Then we're going to be moving on to stock. Now this is obviously going to be helping us strafe while in ADS a lot easier. Now for me personally, if we're just going to be running with attachments and we get caught up against someone, because if people are spamming UAVs and whatnot else, everyone's going to know exactly where we are. You know, we're not going to have anything to protect us perk wise, so for me personally, stock is definitely the better way to be going as well with the attachments. Then just to make this gun as best as we possibly can, so we can keeping these people off at range as much as we possibly can, so definitely long barrel. Now once we stick a long barrel on, we can control the enemy quite easily. Now this is obviously going to add your maximum damage range, is going to double that, so straight away this is going to add a massive benefit to this particular weapon, especially seeing as it is a burst weapon. It is on pretty much on point all the time. Then going on to the next one, that is going to be rapid fire. Now for me straight away, rapid fire is a bit of a must. It's going to burst through each cycle a little bit quicker, and obviously then if people set upon us, we miss our first couple of shots, this gives us a greater advantage of actually putting the enemies down once again. Then moving on to the next one, and that is going to be extended mags. Now obviously if we've got multiple enemies, we've got quite a few people chasing us down all at once, and if we come across and get maybe a little bit unstuck with all these people jumping onto us, we might miss a few shots here and there. Well, in regards to that, this extended mags is going to help us benefit us no end. We're going to be able to down all those enemies quite easily and then just carry on moving on. So that is the actual attachments that I'm actually running with on this particular weapon. This is the best type of way that I actually found it works with this gun. I mean, there are plenty of other attachments that some people like to be running. I know that some people like to be running with grip. I don't really see much point in running with grip on this particular gun. Like I say, since it's been buffed in some of the latest patches, it pretty much is on point all the time. So the other ones is maybe like fast hands and things like that. Maybe you can swap out extended mags if that's the way that you want it to go. But for me personally, this is definitely the best way to go, and it is a lot of fun. And even though you've got no perks, and if people are spamming these UAVs and stuff like that, you're playing on these larger style of maps, you can easily go to town with it and have a great deal of fun. But anyway guys, coming up on my screen now is going to be the actual class setup. So pause it, go and stick this in your creative class, go and give it a go, especially if you're maybe some of you guys are trying to get some of your assault rifles to diamond, trying to do dark matter. If you still haven't done it yet, you've got one of your challenges there to actually complete. This is definitely the best way to actually complete it. But if not, you just want a different class to go out and just try and keep this game a little bit more fresh, definitely go and try this one out guys. You have an absolute field day with it. But anyway guys, coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that. I've got lots more 6 attachments, lots of different types of class setups, along with news and everything else on my channel, so make sure you're subscribing and jumping back and coming back for that. And guys, if you drop a like on this video and support my channel, it'd be even better. This is Niddy Last, and I'll catch you later.